Hey, good evening, everybody. We are glad to have you watching this first ever live Perry Christmas show, and we are excited to have you here to join us tonight. And we're thrilled. We got all kinds of entertainment that we're going to celebrate with you during this COVID season. So we're coming at you in a little different way, but we're right there in your living room, and we're excited to have you. I'm really excited tonight to have a couple friends with me. They're going to be walking us through this evening, and I have Steve Smith, pastor of the Nazarene Church. He's here with us. Say hi to us, Steve.
Hey, man, it's good to be here. Brett, thanks for the invite tonight. It's good to be with you and with Josh. Merry Christmas to everybody.
And so we also have pastor of the Christian Church, Reverend Josh Bell, and so we're glad to have him, and he's even going to sing for us later.
I'm super excited about being here. This is going to be amazing. We're so excited to celebrate Christmas together. And I even wore my fancy shoes just for the occasion.
Yeah, I like those.
Did you?
Those nice red
I noticed
shoes.
them
Nice red
anyway.
shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, they were Christmassy,
Yep.
right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
I even combed my hair.
Yeah,
And
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the oil that my grandpa used to use.
It
but
is. It is
there
the
it
oil.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is the oil. So, well,
Smells like it too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
so we're glad you guys are here and being a part of us. And one of the things we're excited about is maybe possibly being in the nursing home or Green Valley Nursing Home. So if you're watching with us, we just want to say, hey, we're with you guys. We know that probably anybody who's suffered the most, it's you right there in the nursing home. And so we're right there with you. We're praying for you and believing for this stuff to end so that you guys can have freedom of being able to see family. But we're hoping that tonight we can bring a little bit of joy to your life and celebrating this Christmas season. And so I'm excited to introduce our first group. Our first musical talent tonight is our Perry Assembly of God worship band. And so you guys enjoy the show and enjoy this Christmas season.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Okay.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
Wow, that was beautiful music. Thank you very, very much. At this time, we're going to be hearing from our mayor, Mr. Bill Streller, a good friend of mine, and I'm sure he is of yours too. Bill, bring us a greeting.
Hi, I'm Bill Streller. I'm the mayor for the city of Perry. And I just wanted to come out this evening and we rode in the parade, the Christmas parade that we hold here annually. Me and my grandson, Caden, he was with me, my 3-year-old grandson, and we had a great time and waved at all the people. He really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed having him with me. But I wanted to come and spend a moment with the Perry citizens and just briefly talk about what this year has been, 2020. It has been a different year, something we're not used to. It has created a lot of hardships for a lot of people that are shut-ins and families have to be separated during the holiday season. And I just like to take this opportunity to let you know that all of us at the City of Perry are thinking of you, and hopefully before long this whole situation will be behind us and we can move forward. But with that being said, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Yeah, I have the distinct pleasure of having the opportunity to introduce some wonderful singers, specifically Sheila Allman, Mandy Snyder, and Amy Nation, as they sing to us some beautiful Christmas carols. We hope you enjoy.
The herald angels sing glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of Oh, come, desire of nations bright, all people in one heart and mind. Bid envy, strife, and quarrel cease, and fill the world with heaven's peace. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel.
Man, what a great night already of some incredible music, and we have just enjoyed this night so far. Some very, very talented people are just truly doing a tremendous job for us. And you know, one of the things that we've been privileged in the past couple of years is to be able to have our senator actually be from Perry. And so I thought it would be a great thing for us to be able to, for him to greet and to maybe just share a Christmas blessing with us. And so we have a video that we're going to show you of Senator Chuck Hall.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chuck Hall, State Senator for District 20, and Perry, Oklahoma is my hometown. You know, there's nothing I like better than representing Perry and the surrounding communities in Senate District 20. I'm sitting here on Main Street, right here around the Courthouse Square, where we just finished up the annual Christmas parade, where all the children came out and saw some wonderful floats sponsored by Main Street of Perry. We saw Santa Claus, and Santa Claus is just right over my shoulder taking pictures with the young ones. But he's doing it a little different this year. Of course, you know we're having to social distance. And I know that for most of us, 2020 is going to be a very memorable year, and maybe for not so good reasons. But I want you to know that there is hope. And I want you to know that we care for you. And I want you to know that it does not have an effect on the value of the Christmas season and what we know it represents. So on behalf of all of us here at the City of Perry and the state of Oklahoma, I want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you, Chuck. We appreciate those words. Hey, we've got a really treat coming up, real good treat coming up. Joshua Bell, a minister at our First Christian Church, is going to be singing "Oh Holy Night." He's a wonderful, wonderful guy, great minister, and I hear he's a great singer.
Savior's birth. Oh, may the world in sin and error pining till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. World and glorious morn. All on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night, when Christ was born, oh, night divine, oh, night divine.
We're gonna ban her. We're gonna ban her. Yeah.
Led by the light of stars serenely beaming, with glowing hearts by his cradle we stand. Thus led by light of a star so sweetly gleaming, here came the wise men from the Orient land. The King of Kings lay thus in lowly manger, in all our trials, born to be a friend. He knows our need. He guardeth us from danger. Behold your King, before him lowly bed. Behold, behold your King, before him bend. Truly he taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Goodwill on earth, with everyone a brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful adoration, let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord, the hope of every nation. His power
Wow, that's quite something. Actually, the first time I've heard him sing.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, same here, man.
Yeah, I've never heard him sing, but his voice is incredible.
Yeah, his songwriting's pretty good too. I think he wrote a couple extra verses.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was really good.
He spent a
Yeah.
little bit more time on that.
Yeah.
I see. So, well, he's actually going to be joining us as our group gets ready for the next one. So, Josh, man, wow, what an awesome job!
Fantastic.
Well, thanks.
man.
Well,
So-
being a Christian church pastor gives us the ability to write our own verses.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's how we roll sometimes.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, we publish them over at the Nazarene
you
Church. I
publish
think.
them.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
phenomenal.
pretty
That's really
Yeah.
good.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
I
always
just like to plagiarize.
make up my own words to every song we got. You
You
can ask
do?
my wife. Yeah, she
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
that
I've heard you
that's
sing them. Yeah,
You have?
I
That's-
have.
That's
It's-
bad.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
No,
he ended
it's
up in the
not.
hospital
It's,
after that, I think.
we
So-
prefer that
Yeah.
you sing solo.
Well, actually, the truth is
Solo.
if I start singing, I'll be sure to be muted.
Oh,
Sound-
that's good. Well, I was going to say you should sing solo. You
Yeah.
know, so low that no one can hear you.
I've never heard.
I've
that
never heard
before.
that.
You
I've
never
never
heard
heard
that?
that
Wow,
before.
that was
yeah.
good.
Have they told him
Yeah.
to sing tenor?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
10 or 12 miles down the road.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Now
that's-
that one I really haven't heard.
Yeah,
That's
that was
pretty
for
good.
you.
So
See, I
yeah.
mean, I got this all day.
we must be like three pastors trying to make something up as
Yeah,
we
it's
go.
like we're
So-
stalling for time. You know,
Yeah,
at the moment.
I don't know about that. So
Why don't you tell me a great Christmas story?
A
Brett?
great
yeah, one
Christmas
of you,
story?
One of them that just stands out for you.
you know, probably for me, my Christmas stories. Probably I was thinking my first one with having a child of my own, which is Alyssa, and that year we were, I say stationed. We lived in Tulsa. We got moved down to Altus, America, which is down in southwest Oklahoma.
Yeah, kind of like being stationed.
Yeah, it's kind of like being
yeah.
state. Well, there's an Air
Yeah,
Force
there's an Air
base
Force
there.
base
So, so we had, it was our first year in our, I never forget, we didn't grow up doing a lot of Christmas Eve services. That's just not something we did. And so, but our pastor had a Christmas Eve service. And for us being at home for Christmas, it was just exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to be home and we wanted to just enjoy that time. Well, our pastor said, well, you got to stay here for the Christmas Eve service. You're like employed here. You got to stay here. And I was like, man, I'm not doing anything. And so after Christmas Eve service, we drove home. And it was just, it was late and all that. But I just remember that year we had like no money, nothing. And so I was really wanting to go home because I knew Grandma was going to connect the child up with some stuff. And so that year, the only thing that Alyssa got from us was a puzzle. That's pretty much all we could afford. But it was just the first year, and it was so special. My mom, obviously, my kids were spoiled by my mom, but that's something she always did. So that was a very special time for us, and really eye-opening for ministry, and sometimes the sacrifice you do for Christmas Eve. So, what about you, Josh?
Yeah.
So my Christmas memory for me has happened since I moved to Perry. Every year we set up a nativity scene that's up in the front of the sanctuary, and when I first got here, we always have this. The baby Jesus was always in the nativity scene. Well, when I got here, I took baby Jesus out, and we put him in on Christmas Eve, and I'd let a kid do that. Well, a couple years ago, well, actually, it was last year, one of our little ones was getting really frustrated, and he kept coming up to the nativity scene, kept moving stuff around, and finally I just said, hey, what's going on? Why are you so upset? And he says, well, first off, preacher, someone stole Jesus. He's not in the nativity scene. And the second thing is, no one's putting the camels in the barn, and so they're freezing to death. So I got to make sure that they stay warm. And so he kept moving all of the stuff. And then my favorite part of this was when I was able to give him the baby Jesus to put in there. For him, Christmas was done. Like, to me, that was just like, that's the epitome of what we do and how we talk about the birth of Christ.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So how about you, Steve?
Man, I tell you what, I just can't match you guys. And I
Oh,
don't have the time because I was going to tell you about when I met Santa Claus.
Oh, when
You met him.
The real Santa Claus. It was fantastic, but I don't have time. So, Brett, why don't you introduce our next group?
That's awesome. Is the next group ready?
Yeah, they're ready.
Yeah, they're ready.
Well, that's very interesting. And if you know Steve, you just got Steve. So
You just got Steve.
We just got Steve.
We did.
Yeah, that could be a new thing. You just
Living
got
color.
Steve.
Got
That's
Steve.
right.
You just
Living
got Steve.
color.
Yeah. Your church is
yeah.
probably watching, so we are probably there.
I hope
but
so.
they all have that understanding. And so, well, I'm pretty excited about our next guest. Have you guys
Yeah.
ever heard of
Yep.
the Big Band?
Excellent.
they're awesome.
Excellent.
The Big Band, actually, they started coming to our church several years ago, and it's a little weird this year because of COVID.
Right.
They couldn't bring the whole band and be here on a normal time. And this all began a few years ago when Bill Rodder's grandson and granddaughter-in-law was coming to our church. They've now moved, and I just didn't really know Bill, and I thought, man, how great it would be to have a big band concert. And I know it was a little different because we were doing a big band concert in a church, but they did Christmas music.
Right.
And so I called him up and asked him if he'd be interested. He goes, we've been thinking about doing Christmas. And so he got back with me, and they came. And honestly, I think it's probably been 5 or 6 years. Every year they've come, and we usually just pack the house because there's such a novelty
Right.
in Perry, and they've just been so special. And so Bill has actually passed on, and he's now with the Lord, and the band has continued to carry on. But tonight we got something special. Like we said, we couldn't have the big band, so we've got the little big band. And they are a group that traveled around, and Bill had this group too, that they would travel around, do different Christmas stuff together. And so I know you guys are going to enjoy them. They've got several songs that they're going to do for you tonight. And so, guys, sit back and enjoy the little big band.
Yeah.
Greeting cards have all been sent.
Yeah, they were.
The Christmas rush is through. But I still have one wish to make, a special one for you. Merry Christmas, darling. We're apart, that's true, but I can dream, and in my dreams I'm Christmasing with you. Holidays are joyful. There's always something new, but every day's a holiday when I'm next to you. The lights on my tree, I wish you could see. I wish it every day. Logs on the fire fill me with desire to see you and to say that I wish you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year too. I've just one wish on this Christmas Eve. I wish I were with you. And I wish you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year too. I've just one wish on this Christmas Eve. I wish I were with you. I wish I were with you. Over the ground lies a mantle of white, a heaven of diamonds shine down through the night. Two hearts are thrilling in spite of the chill in the weather. Love knows no season, love knows no clime. Romance can blossom any old time. Here in the open are wishing and hoping together. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, and we can pretend that he's a clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kitties knock him down. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner you hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Strings of streetlights, even stoplights, blink a bright red and green as the shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene. And above all this bustle, you hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Silver bells, silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Said the night wind to the little lamb, do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb, do you see what I see? A star, dancing in the night, with a tail as big as a kite, with a tail as big as a kite. Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? Ringing through the sky, shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? A song, high above the trees, with a voice as big as the sea, with a voice as big as the sea. Said the shepherd boy to the mighty king, do you know what I know? In your palace warm, mighty king, do you know what I know? A child shivers in the cold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Said the king to the people everywhere, listen to what I say. Pray for peace, people everywhere. Listen to what I say. The child, sleeping in the night, he will bring us goodness and light. He will bring us goodness and light. Bring us light.
Thank you so much to the little big band. We really, really appreciate it as we celebrate Christmas together. You know, it's one of those things that we have the opportunity to do as ministers that's a little bit different this year. And it's important for us to remember the reason for the season. As churches all over the world are celebrating the birth of Christ, here we are in Perry trying to bring a little bit of that love of God to the world. Last year in January, I had the opportunity to go to Jerusalem and had the opportunity to actually be in Bethlehem in January. And at that time, they still had everything decorated. And I had the opportunity to go to the place where the shepherds were visited by the angels. So now I'd like to introduce my good friend Steve Smith as he reads from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 2.
At that time, Emperor Augustus ordered a census to be taken throughout the Roman Empire. When this first census took place, Quirinius was the governor of Syria. Everyone then went to register himself, each to his own hometown. Now Joseph went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to the town of Bethlehem in Judea, the birthplace of King David. Joseph went there because he was a descendant of David. he also went there to register with Mary, who was promised in marriage to him. Now Mary was pregnant, and while they were there in Bethlehem, the time came for her to have her baby. She gave birth to her first son. She wrapped him in cloths and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them to stay there. There were some shepherds in that part of the country who were spending the night in the fields taking care of their flocks. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone over them. Oh, they were so afraid. But the angel said to them, "Don't be afraid. I'm here with good news for you, which will bring great joy to all the people. For this very day in David's town, your Savior was born, Christ the Lord. And this is what will prove it to you. You will find a baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger." And then suddenly a great army of heaven's angels appeared with the angel, singing praises to God. "Glory to God in the highest heaven, and peace on earth to those with whom he is pleased." And when the angels went away from them back into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Hey guys, let's go to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has told us about." So they hurried off and found Mary and Joseph, and they saw the baby lying in the manger. And when the shepherds saw him, they told them what the angel had said about this child. And everyone who heard that were amazed at what the shepherds had said. But Mary, she remembered all of these things and thought deeply about them. Well, the shepherds went back, singing praises to God for all they had heard and seen. For you see, it had been just as the angel had told them. A week later, when the time came for the baby to be circumcised, he was named Jesus. That was the name which the angel had given him before he had been conceived. You know, you guys, at the end of most stories, we sign off by saying, "The end." But at the end of this story, we say, "To be continued." Merry Christmas to each one of you.
What an incredible night it's been. This is something that really we just thought of, and COVID has kind of made us think a little bit more in how we do things. And it was really important for us to be able to celebrate Christ. And during this time, it's also important for us just to be able to do it in a way that we do, through singing and just hearing stories and having fun. And I pray that you've had a good night tonight. And it's really been an incredible season for us, hasn't it, Amy?
It has, and I hope that this brought some kind of connection for you as well. Because even though you may not be in the same presence, in the same room that we are, I hope that you feel our hearts of love towards you, even across the distance.
And I got to tell you, it's been pretty incredible to know that right in Perry, America, everybody that was here on our platform has had a connection or lives right here in our own community. And I'm very thankful for that, to be able to have that talent to be able to share with you tonight. And I do pray that it blesses you. And so we want you guys to have a very Merry Christmas, and we want you to be able to know that Jesus truly does love you. And the Bible says that God is for us, He's not against us. And during this 2020 season, it may feel like, man, what did we do wrong? But the truth is through every step, God's really been with us, and He's walked with us, and His hand has been upon us. And you know what? We made it. It's been hard, it's been difficult, but we made it through, and God has really blessed us with that. And so as we close tonight, we got one more thing we want to share with you. Another special talent. Jeff Graham, who is a youth pastor at the First Baptist Church here in town, is an incredible fiddle player. And you know what? I don't think it's Christmas unless you have the song Silent Night. And
Absolutely.
so as we close tonight, we're going to leave you with that. Silent Night on the Fiddle by Jeff Graham, youth pastor at First Baptist Church.
Merry Christmas.